What's up everybody, this is Danny, and the hot Galaxy S9 is here, but if you already have a Samsung Galaxy S8, is it really worth the money to upgrade, or should you wait until next year? That is the question that I'm going to answer in today's full comparison video and do the test that everybody's been asking me about. Is the dual aperture camera really that much better? And there's some side-by-side comparisons coming up later on, and you might be a little surprised with the outcome. I want to thank Qualcomm for sponsoring my coverage of the Galaxy S9. Their new chipset is what enables the Galaxy S9 to be so powerful and have so many cool new features. When it comes to the smaller model, the Galaxy S9 versus the older Galaxy S8, the biggest upgrade you're going to get here is the new Qualcomm Snapdragon 845 chipset. So basically you're going to get a 20% increase all across the board. Things are going to be a little bit snappier, a little bit faster. One of the largest gains comes across on the new and faster Adreno 630 GPU. This means gaming performance is also going to be smoother on the S9. Now don't get me wrong, the Qualcomm Snapdragon 835 processor in the Galaxy S8 is no slouch by any means, but the 845 is faster, it's more efficient, and it draws less power, so it's going to give you better battery life all across the board, even though they have the exact same battery sizes as last year. So the Galaxy S9 has a 3000 mAh battery, and the Galaxy S9 Plus has a 3500 mAh battery. If you want a more detailed look, I did a benchmark video on the Qualcomm Snapdragon 845, so make sure you check that out. And if you want more information or want to learn about the Qualcomm Snapdragon 845 and all the things that it enables across the chipset for new phones coming up this year, I will leave a link down below for you. When it comes to design, these phones don't really look that much different, and that's not a bad thing in my opinion. It's still a great design, premium glass and metal construction. They did shrink the bezel slightly, so it's a little bit more refined, and it's a bit thicker actually, but both have the same great features that you would expect from a flagship phone. Both of them still have face unlock with the more secure iris scanning available, IP68 water resistance, fast wireless charging, beautiful Quad HD Super AMOLED displays, some of the best displays on the market right now, and you still get a headphone jack in 2018, which is awesome. The biggest differences and some of the reasons why you might want to upgrade this year is that Samsung actually listened to their customers and fixed a lot of annoying things that I personally didn't like about the Galaxy S8. First is the fingerprint scanner placement is so much easier to get to now on the S9 since it's below the camera. I really didn't like the placement of the Galaxy S8's fingerprint scanner beside the camera, so this is a welcome change. And the second thing is the dual speaker setup on the Galaxy S9 with Dolby Atmos support instead of that single downfiring speaker on the Galaxy S8. While it's not a huge and dramatic difference, it definitely makes watching videos and playing games a lot more immersive. The only thing that I don't like is that the Galaxy S9 comes with 4 GB of RAM and the S9 Plus comes with 6 GB of RAM, and it's unfortunate that that's not available here in the smaller form factor in the 5.8-inch display versus the 6.2-inch display. I know I'm not the only one who prefers the smaller size, so that's unfortunate because 6 GB of RAM does make a difference to performance, and we saw that with the Galaxy Note 8. The Galaxy S9 takes advantage of Qualcomm Snapdragon 845 Spectra 280 image signal processor with a new feature called AR emoji. You won't find this on the Galaxy S8 or the S8 Plus. This allows you to personalize yourself as the emoji, and you can react to it and see it in real time. It's similar to Animoji on the iPhone, but you get custom GIFs to the keyboard to share, and I have to admit it's a little bit creepy taking a picture of yourself and having GIFs of yourself. But if you're into this kind of stuff, you might want to pick up the Galaxy S9 or S9 Plus. Qualcomm Spectra ISP also makes 4K 60 frames per second video capture possible with the Galaxy S9. I did a cool video showcasing this feature at Disney World. I want you to go and watch it and let me know what you think. It's pretty crazy how great mobile cameras are getting these days. I think you'll be blown away. Qualcomm Spectra ISP also enables 4K HDR recording, but Samsung did not announce this officially, so I hope that it comes in a future update because the chipset is capable. You also get a really cool camera feature, a crazy 960 frames per second slow motion mode, and even though the quality is 720p, it's fun using this mode. It stretches a 0.2 second portion of the video into about 6 seconds. It's like freezing time, and it's really not hard to use, especially with auto mode where it starts recording when motion is detected in the box. It kind of takes all the guesswork out of it. The biggest physical change to the camera between the Galaxy S9 and the Galaxy S8 is the Galaxy S9 is the world's first camera to have dual aperture. So basically, when you get into super low light conditions, it changes to the widest aperture that we've seen on a smartphone yet, f1.5, and in normal light scenarios, it defaults to f2.4. This is a huge move for mobile photography, and you know you're gonna see this feature coming up in other smartphones, and essentially this should really help with low light performance. So those are the new camera features of the Galaxy S9 that you won't find on the older Galaxy S8, and the Galaxy S9 Plus gets a dual camera system similar to the one that we saw on the Galaxy Note 8. So you'll be able to do live focus mode, which is portrait mode for the rear camera, and when it works, it's a great feature to have. So let's get to the most important question that I get asked all the time. Is the dual aperture camera really that much better than the camera that's in the Galaxy S8? What makes this test kind of tough is that the Galaxy S8 already has a great camera, one of the best cameras of last year, and it's still a great camera. So when you put daylight photos side by side, you don't notice a huge difference. The thing I noticed is that the Galaxy S9's photos are a bit sharper, but I think that really has to do with the processing than the 12 megapixel sensor. You might get slightly higher dynamic range and some minor color changes, but for the most part, it's really hard to tell them apart, even with the 4K video. I found it to be the same result, so they both look great in good lighting conditions. When it comes to low light, this is where it gets a little bit complicated, because if you look at those two side by side quickly, you don't see a huge difference right away. And even in some pictures, I was wondering if the Galaxy S8 did a little bit better because it's shooting in a higher f1.7 aperture compared to the f1.5. And in some pictures, I felt that the S9 was overexposing, and while it's letting a lot more light in for sure, some of the details were being lost. This is not the case in all pictures though. Some are a little bit more noticeable, like this one, and you see that edge-to-edge sharpness is improved even with it being wide open at f1.5. And if you peep and punch in, you will notice that noise reduction is much smoother. And this is some of the cleanest that I've seen from a mobile phone. So this is where you see the advantages of the Galaxy S9. So if you care about better low light features, you might want to get the Galaxy S9 or the S9 Plus. I took a ton of shots over and over and over again, and I still can't believe how well the Galaxy S8 did versus the Galaxy S9. I actually expected it to be a total blowout. I didn't forget about the selfie lovers. It's the same 8 megapixel camera. Front-facing portrait mode is still soft. It's not that great. I hope to see an improvement on this in the near future. Okay, so it comes down to this. If you want a more powerful phone with a little bit better battery life, and you care about the features that come with the camera on the Galaxy S9 Plus, then I would go for that. But in my honest opinion, if you have a Galaxy S8 or a Galaxy S8 Plus, then I think you could probably skip this one and you'd be just fine. With the Galaxy S8, you already have a lot of these features, so if you can live without the new fingerprint scanner placement, the dual aperture camera, and the dual speaker setup, then I think you can save some money. If you have an S6 or an S7, this is a major go, so you should definitely upgrade. I think you're gonna like the improvements that they've made over the years. So think about the S9 as the culmination of all of the best Samsung features put all into one phone. So the S9 definitely sets the benchmark for flagships moving forward in 2018. It's really early in the year. I can't wait to see what other phones come out, especially powered by the Qualcomm Snapdragon 845 processor. If this is an indication of what 2018 is gonna be like, it's gonna be a great year for smartphones. So I hope this video helps a little bit making a buying decision. I just wanted to show you all the things and give you my honest opinion about if you should upgrade or not. So let me know what you do in the comment section below. And if you wanna see more videos like this one, make sure you hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next one.